What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the ClearCryptos YouTube channel. My name is Jay Seals, and today we are talking about none other than the infamous conman himself, SBF, and Bernie Madoff's lawyer wants him to just shut up. And I couldn't agree more. We have seen SBF in numerous Twitter spaces. He's done interviews with, I think it was like Bloomberg or some TV station he did interviews with, and all the time I'm just like, why are you still talking? I don't understand. You are putting yourself in a bigger and bigger hole. See, I think he thinks he's smarter than everybody else, but let's be honest, he's not, and we know his tricks. But let's see what Bernie Madoff's lawyer had to say. So Ira Lee Sorkin has 2 words of advice for Sam Bankman-Fried: shut up. Sorkin once represented the late Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff, and now look who's a Ponzi schemer as well. The man to whom the disgraced CEO is often compared, look, I just did it, since the FTX crypto exchange imploded. Sorkin told CoinDesk TV First Mover that if he had been part of SBF's legal team, he would have told a 30-year-old to refrain from speaking so candidly during his many media appearances. Better yet, say nothing at all. Which is funny because he kept saying, his lawyers keep telling me, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. But, you know, he thinks he's smarter than everybody else. He's got that chip on his shoulder. He's not, though. So if I spoke to him, I would say, shut up, Sorkin said, adding that only individuals and entities concerned with what SBF had to say were regulators and prosecutors. He should have kept quiet, he added. Sorkin is now a partner at law firm Mint & Gold. When he represented Bernie Madoff, the financier went to jail for leading one of the largest and longest running Ponzi schemes in history, and he died in prison. Sorkin still questions why Bankman-Fried went on a media tour in the first place. No lawyer worth their salt is going to tell him to go out and hold press conferences and speak to groups. Sorkin said no attorney would have ever told Bankman-Fried to go out and tell the world you made a mistake and you are negligent. You keep your mouth shut. I mean, his lawyers, I think, did tell him, but he just didn't want to listen. Bankman-Fried, oh, and by the way, before I continue, that's why they all decided to leave until, the new lawyer stepped in. But Bankman-Fried is in the process of being extradited from the Bahamas, where he was arrested, to the U.S., where he faces criminal and civil charges. Sorkin said the extradition was inevitable and is likely Bankman-Fried's way of avoiding spending weeks and months in the unpleasant Fox Hill prison, which I've just covered in a different story that it wasn't so unpleasant. By waiving his extradition rights, Sorkin said Bankman-Fried is looking to speed up the legal process. What happens next? Well, there are a number of scenarios. According to Sorkin, Bankman-Fried's bail conditions will depend on whether he is deemed a threat to the community or a flight risk, which actually kind of makes sense to why he wanted to come in here in the first place, because he probably is saying, look, I came over here willingly, I'm not a flight risk. Bankman-Fried could also face home confinement with a high chance of being monitored and even wearing an ankle bracelet, Sorkin said. He said that based on what Madoff went through after his arrest and during his trial, there will be enough cameras and press and satellite dishes surrounding where he's staying that there's no way he could sneak out and skip. Yeah, I mean, those are all actually really, really interesting points to bring up. I didn't even think about the fact that he probably will get out on house arrest until he gets actually to trial, because 1, he's going to say, hey, I came here of my own will. And 2, there's no way I'm going to get away because everybody's going to be watching my every move. So this might have actually been a good move in the short term, but I think they're going to throw the book at him in the long term. But I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think he's going to get out on house arrest until he goes to trial? And also, do you think he's actually going to beat this case? Was it actually smart to come here? But that's all I have for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.